Hi, if you've been looking for a video that's a lot calmer and not highly edited, in a space that is someone sharing thoughts on a couple of experiences that you might be able to take something from, then you come to the right place. I'm Luis Polone, and I've been living abroad for almost a decade now, which means that I have been away from my family for a long time, for a very long time. I had to some extent, recreate a relationship I have with my parents, which I'm incredibly grateful that I get to have them around and I get to recreate these relationships. I really hope I don't take them for granted, and I understand the luck it truly is to be able to have conversations with them. This episode is part of a 4 video series of topics that I truly understand, and I wanted to share a couple of life experiences because I think that a couple people might be able to take something from them and implement them into their own lives, because that's how it happened to me. Like, I heard these concepts somewhere else, and then I tried to apply them, and I applied them, and I lived with the consequences, and I think they were worth it, and I think the information needs to be shared to more people. So I've been trying to live intentionally for a while now. I think the first time that I came upon the Minimalist podcast was in 2018, so about 6 years ago, and it has done a lot for me. Like, truly has done a lot for me in the sense of things, my relationships to things, to other people, to my personal goals, to myself, and so on. And this conversation that I'm about to share with you has been one of these things that I learned by listening to, minimalistic ideas of intentional living and so on. And it has done a lot for me. So that's why I'm sharing it. And within that realm of conversations and relationships, I want to focus on a couple of tough conversations I've had with my parents. And I say a couple because my parents are divorced, so I want you a picture of like 2 separate conversations happening, in your head with my parents. I have been incredibly lucky with my parents, and I'll be forever grateful. And they play this yin yang type of, dichotomy in my life. My dad has always been the guy that's like, hey, you got this, you can do it, you got the mental capacity, you got the drive, you like believe in yourself, go pursue your dreams, you got this, right? So my dad is like, put it, intellect-based ambition. It's not like blind ambition. It's like, no, do it. You got the skill. You got it. Which always put me in very fun scenarios. Be like, I'm going to take the leap and see what's up, right? So, and whereas my mother, she taught me how to love. She taught me how to be caring. She taught me how to be sweet. She taught me how to be mindful of other people's feelings and try to be like a good person while I pursue all these other things. So I am truly lucky. And the conversation that I'm sharing here today uh, is because I think we have reached a point in our relationship in which they have become my friends. And I know that there's a lot of people that would like to have a similar relationship with their parents. And I know not everybody gets to do that, but perhaps you are in the bucket of people that will be able to have this type of relationship. And if you are, I hope this serves you. So I'm also keeping notes here, like I have an outline so I don't get lost and I stay on track. But it was somewhere in 2020, so obviously COVID, all that jazz. We all, if you're watching this, you probably went through it. And we were having a conversation in which minimalism came up and so on. And I don't recall exactly how this one topic came about, but it happened. And I told them, I was like, hey, I need to tell you something that is going to sound hurtful at first. But I need you to hear me for a couple more minutes after, because then you're going to understand where I'm coming from. And I don't recall if that was a conversation that we were having because we were like disagreeing or something, or because we were just talking about relationships in general. But that conversation came up, and I said that. And when I said, this is going to be hurtful, but hear me out for a second, my dad was kind of like, what are you about to say? Uh, and when I say he's like ambition and he's driven, don't mistake that for heartless, right? He's still someone who's very caring and very kind. Um, so he's kind of like, what are you about to say? Whereas my mother is already kind of starting to cry. And I'm like, hang on. They're kind of like ready for it. And I go, look, I don't need you anymore. I don't need you in my life. I truly, like, in a financial sense, in an emotional sense, I don't need you. I could walk away and life would go on. I would, you know. And as I deliver those words, you can already start thinking what parents might be like, shit, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? And I was like, but listen for a second. Because I don't need you, and the reason I don't need you is because you have raised me so well that I've gotten to a point that I get to say that I don't need you because I am self-sufficient now, but I get to say that I get to see you. I don't need you. I get to see you. I get to be with you. I get to love you. Because I don't need you, I can choose to love you. Whereas most daughters and sons out there might still need their parents, and they might show up when they need them. I don't need you. I'm showing up because I love you. I'm showing up because I admire you. I'm showing up because you are someone that I want in my life now that I don't need you. And I'm saying this because I truly want you to understand that you have done your job as a parent incredibly well. More than I could possibly ask for. Better than I could ever expect. With that said, I am here and open for you to be, continue to be my parent, but be my friend. Because I love you. And I get to be with you. And I enjoy being with you. So, when I said that, I truly think that from that moment on, both my parents saw me in a different light. They always, saw me with high praise, and they always thought good of me. So again, I'm super lucky. But I think from that moment on, it was much less of like, oh yeah, I'm your parent, to like, hey, we're going through life together, and we're partners in this thing. Like we're a team. We're doing this. And life is really, I don't know if it's the like life as in, but I know that on a relationship side, it truly comes down to the people that are around you, because in 1,000 years, you're probably going to be just as irrelevant as I will be. It is what it is, right? Like, it's just memento mori. Like, you're going to die, and it's going to be part of it. And all of our memories will no longer really exist. Like 5, 6, 7 generations from now, I don't think that my lineage will have any clue who I am. So it really comes down to enjoying the ride, I think, and trying to, spend the time with people that you choose to spend time with. But Luis, why are you talking about this, and why you're making this content in your channel? If you have that question at some point, I'm gonna answer. Yeah. I'm making this video because I talk about intentional living and spending time wisely, and uh, I guess the word that comes to it is intentional attention. Like, where is your attention going? And if your attention is going to the people that you love, like actively, that you choose to love them, then you're probably using intentional attention. That's how this ties to this channel. Not every video that I make is like this. I do have, again, the 4 video series. And if this was useful to you, and it's you got either some entertaining or you learned something new today, subscribe, like, press some buttons, because then I know that there's people that are interested in this material, and this is stuff that I'm passionate about. I love to talk about it, and it kind of matters. All right, have a good day. Bye.